Thanks, Mzwandile. Make yourselves comfortable and warm as we introduce you to our first guest for today. She has graced the covers of numerous magazines, has her own online reality show called Bedazzled, and she can be seen every Friday night on live right here on SABC 1 at 9 p.m. Bonang, aka Queen B. How are you doing, love?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
So good to have you.
Thank you. It's only a pleasure. I'm glad to be here.
Start from the beginning. Bonang, for those that don't know, Bonang Sugapi, where did you grow up?
Bonang grew up in Matheba. I was born there in 1987. I stayed there for the majority of my childhood. And when I was about 6 or 7, I moved to Johannesburg with my mother. And then that's when, went to primary school, just live an ordinary childhood life.
Sure.
Lived in Leondale and then Hillbrow and then Fourways. But Bonang is just an ordinary girl from the Northwest Province who's just in love with life.
And then lights, camera, action, not the show, we're getting there.
Yes.
TV. How did you then get into TV?
My love for TV started when I was 14 years old. I remember watching television this one day and I said to myself, this is something I'd really love to do. And I went to my mom, she's like, find out, go to the classifieds, Google, see if there are opportunities for you.
Cool.
And then, I discovered a company called On Q Communications. When I was 14, I did a TV presenting course, and then I graduated when I was about 50, and then started attending auditions here and there, and then I got my first job when I was 16, and then what they say, the rest is history. And then,
but you've actually achieved a whole lot in a very short space of time. How did you achieve your goals so fast?
You know what? I started planning my life and my future from a very, very young age. And that's why most people think, oh my goodness, you're only 23 and you've done so much. Because in the background, behind the scenes where people aren't watching, you like really planning and working hard. I always say to myself, I'm like a little duck. On the surface of the water, I'm like gliding very smoothly, but underneath, I'm like paddling for my life. But it's just, setting objectives and goals that I want to achieve and working towards them every single day.
And talking about achieving goals, you were then given an award by the Mail and Guardian as one of the young most influential people in media. How was that for you? And also, how are you tapping into the youth, giving back to the youth because of that award?
Yeah, I mean, Mail and Guardian, it was such a huge honor, especially for a publication of that,
of that kind.
Of that stature, exactly. And, I took that award and I said to myself, I'm very influential, one, which means I really need to carry myself in a way that will be respectful, where youth can follow me and feel like, she is an inspiration, especially for young people in this country. There are lots of people who don't do good, who are here and there in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. And for me, I've always said I wanted to be a pinnacle of hope. I wanted to be a beacon. I wanted to be the pride of this country. I wanted to be a big sister to young girls, an inspiration to show them that it is all possible.
And you are loved, love.
Thank you.
So much so that you've got like almost 200,000 followers on Twitter. I want to talk about the impact of social media. What do you feel we should be using social media for?
Indeed. Social media, it's very, very important. The youth is on social media.
And people take it lightly sometimes.
You communicate with people on social media every single day. That's why when I am on social media, I'm conscious of the things that I say. Because I do realize that there are young girls out there who wait, who read, who see, who love the things
follow,
that are
what you
follow,
say and
do and dress like in the places you go. So, I mean, I use social media, first of all, to inform people of what I'm doing, to encourage young women, to speak to my fans on a daily basis. I'm very, very careful. And I think, every single person that's in the limelight needs to remember, that there's a specific little girl sitting in the corner of her bedroom, just aspiring to be you.
Okay. And then you evolve into an executive producer. Lights, camera, fashion comes in. Tell us about that.
Oh my goodness, my baby. I am so happy. And I said on Twitter the other day that Lights, Camera, Fashion has to be my greatest achievement yet. I mean,
it was stunning. I watched the first episode.
Oh, thank you so much.
Lovely.
I was so proud of myself. I've got a company called Bonang Matheba Entertainment. And the Lights, Camera, Fashion, idea I pitched to my bosses at SABC 1 a couple of months ago. And then they gave me the green light about 2 months ago and they said, Bonang, we believe in you. We want to give you this opportunity to build, to grow. And the people at SABC 1 have been really, really supportive of me and my career because they know I want to expand. I don't just want to be a TV presenter for the rest of my life. I want to be the Bussies and the Carol Bowers of this world.
Great inspiration.
And tap into into the behind the scenes and create television and give other people an opportunity to live out their dreams.
So besides looking up to Abu Basi, Nabo Carol, where else do you draw your inspiration from in terms of your own spirituality?
You know what, I draw my inspiration from a lot of places. I think first and foremost from young girls who speak to me every single day and say, Bonang, I love you. One person said to me this morning, you're the reason I wake up every morning and I want to achieve and be great because you don't stop. And I draw my inspiration from my mother because, you know, I spent 99.9% of my time with my mom.
Always talk about your mom.
Yeah. And I mean, my mom kind of dragged us out of poverty and, you know, put me in the best schools when she didn't have a lot of money and made sure that I was comfortable and I was happy. And I understand, you know, how important love is, how important inspiration is, and how important it is to be around strong young women. So I try to be that for other people. I'm Catholic.
Okay.
I went to a convent. I went to Dominican convent, so I was baptized underneath the Catholic faith. And you know, especially with my job, where you don't usually get time to go to mass or because you're always on the road. You know, when I do have an opportunity, I pop into mass on Sundays. I say my little prayers at night because I understand I am who I am because of you know, a higher being. Indeed. Somebody who has a journey for me, that has planned it for me, and the only thing I'm doing now is kind of living it. And you get more when you give more. Indeed. And when you are appreciative and when you thank God and when you know, give thanks and when honor him and just, you know,
you just receive
and,
more.
and you receive and you receive and you're there and you know his place, you know your place, and you just go back to him when the world is knocking you over time and time again.
Okay, that young person who now switched on the TV and saw Bonang on TV, what do you want to say to her to motivate her?
I say surround yourself with a lot of love. It is so incredible what love can do for you. Surround yourself with people who build you, people who want you to be successful. Work hard every single day. I mean, work towards whatever it is you want to achieve. Listen to your parents and, you know, just stick by there. Pray and pray and pray and pray. I know people always say, pray, you know, give thanks, but it really does make a big difference. And I always say to people on Twitter that things happen, but in God's time, not your time.
Indeed. And sometimes it's time, Sometimes it's time, it's not today.
Exactly.
You just need to be patient and
but
pray.
It will happen.
Yes. Thank you so much for being with us today. Only the best for you. I mean, we can already see your star rising each and every day. All the best, love.
Thank you so much.
All right, hlala nathi kuba xa sibe emarkeni singena nzulu ekunini bobu Africa siphinde kwambeni kwenkqubo siphiwe movie ne-book reviews ngumzwandile ngubeni siqukumbele inkqubo yethu namhlanje ngomculo omnandi kamale hloka hlalele ungayindawo.